Yeah, welcome back again today. Welcome back again to the one and only place in the entire world. When I mean one and the only place in the entire world, I mean one and the only place. Park Combat Science Temple, PST. And yes, your mind will go forge. That is be bringing you something miraculous, different from anything you've seen out there. And when I mean different from anything you see out there, I'm not coughing. I'm not just blah, 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 blah. I'm not just speaking because I have to speak. I'm not a politician. So I'm not just pulling it off my whoop. I'm actually speaking the truth. The truth is what really matters. You see, the truth is two-edged sword. It cuts very deep in both sides. So now today, I'm going to give you guys a logic about what I'm going to do right here. An equation for some of you to solve. But I believe nobody in the entire world can solve this equation right here. Other than me. I mean, this is not he is equals to MC2 or square or whatever. This is not that. This is beyond that. Believe me, I'm greater than all those scientists or whatever they call themselves before this time. And I'll keep being great. You understand? The logic right here, the equation right here, I will give you guys an hint behind this equation right here, behind the equation in this geometric right here. So maybe you guys will understand what I'm trying to show you guys. The logic and the equation behind here is not that life is the equation between life and death. And the question between life and death is not that life is not death, right? It's not that life is not death or death is not life. Again, the equation between life and death is not that life is not death and death is not life, rather than death is life and life is death. Again, the equation between life and death is not that life is not death and death is not life, rather than life is death and death is life. That is the equation behind this formula. So previous scientists in the past have came up with some gravities and all this explanation that is so totally wrong and false. They are up there. A lot of them have a little bit twisted down. As time changes, things change. That is the most important things when it comes to science. It's to science. Believe me, people always think that scientists have to be somebody that went to school, have all this PhD and all these things. No, the beginning of science is witchcraft. Science started from witchcraft. That is the evolution of science. It's the logic between the masses into your conscious mind. If you can tap into your conscious mind and beyond, you will find everything that is related to science as simple in the logic, without you looking for elsewhere in books and all this theory that have been left that have been so wrong that have led us this far. There are more beside everything that we've learned in science. Science is supposed to have been advanced more than where we are today. Like I always say, I'm the quantum man. I'm the man that will relate quantum physics, quantum mechanical, quantum science to human quantum nature, and that is the prime factors of quantum anything. Like as I said in the beginning, the equation between life and death is not that life is not death and death is not life. Rather, is life is death and death is life. That kind of sound like my last name, Ayeku. That is in Yoruba. But I will not go further into my last name right now. I will drop my mic. I hope you guys can hear me still loud and clear. The equation right here that I'm going to be performing today in this routine is a very broad maths or mathematical or math set. that is beyond anything you've seen out there in your classroom, in anywhere, in any level of education, PhD or whatever, come to your lowest level, to your kindergarten and stuff. I mean, some people even in the kindergarten might actually find it more understandable than those with the PhD because they are all so dumb. They are in schools only to learn, to be a puppet, to follow what is written in the book, but never to think outside the book. And the touches between science and between great scientific mind is to think outside the box. You have to broaden yourself outside the box. You have to look from outside the box in order to see clearly. I'm the man of this prime time, and I'm the man, the only man in the whole universe right now that is different from any other man, because you cannot figure me out. Why? Because the logic is that I've seen it all and I've lived it, and I keep living it every day because I walk in spirit. I'm not a believer of any kind. I don't believe in anything when it comes to believing. I only believe in something, this guy right here. Because through me, everything is possible. Through me looking at something or looking at anybody out there, nothing is possible. One person once told me, left a comment on one of my posts that I should get a job. Or that I'm poor, I'm this, I'm righteous, I don't look clean or whatever. However, all those comments that I've been receiving in the past, but lately I haven't been getting comments because I've proved myself to the world. And I'll keep proving myself to the world. If you think I'm a poor man, you must look more closely at me. If you think I'm a poor man, again, you should take a good look. Bring your, whatever you are looking through, bring it closer and take a good look at me. I'm the richest man in the whole world. I'm not talking about some simple currency. I'm not talking about that. I'm not even talking about Bitcoin. I'm not talking about whatever the highest currency that is out there right now. I'm not even talking about it. I'm richer than gold and diamonds and everything that any man can possess. I'm the most intellectual richer person in the world. And that is the truth, that is the honest fact. Even yet, I haven't even started yet. I'm still in the tip stage. I haven't even bring anything to market yet. But the world knows this. Believe me, in the intellectual, to be intellectual rich is far different from you to acquire all this wealth and don't have nothing. I'm the most intellectual, richer person in the whole world at current. I don't think anybody is as richer as me. That's why I said, what I have here is bigger than even the Google search, is bigger than the alphabet or the, what is it called, the Nvidia or whatever, all these rich companies or whatever, blue chips company. I'm bigger than them. IBM, I'm bigger than them. Because I'm cross platforms. I'm real. And there's nothing fake about me. In mechanical form, when I start design mechanical form, you all will be mind blown away. No matter what comes out from here is money. It is money. Even my sweat will be money. Just on the floor is money. If you think I'm a poor man, you should reference to my real first name. My real first name stands for the God of Wealth. That is my first name. Stand in Yoruba. If you break down my first name in Yoruba, it stands for the God of Wealth. And my last its name stands for the logic I gave you in the beginning. Life is death, and death is life. So how powerful can a man be when you have those forces around you or behind you or in you? The oracle from my time in life have proven that I am a great person. And I've never shied away from it since I've discovered myself. And I'm not in anywhere bragging or trying to hype or whatever, but it's just the honest truth. So the equation again behind today's geometrical layout is between life and death, and is not that life is not death or death is not life. Rather, life is death and death is life. Solve that. So let me show you guys what I meant. I will start by hip flyers on a bar. But let me take some little warm up first. You see, right here, it's a simple logic, and it's a pure mathematics. And the equation that moves from this logic right here is in the most it's in the brain atmosphere. Let's say this part of the brain controls this part of the body. This part of the brain controls this part of the body. This part of the brain controls this part of the body. Part of the brain right here control this part. This right here control this part. No, this right here meant control this part. This right here control this part. This control this part. This control this part. Also in gravity and also in the anti-gravity, if you don't look precisely, you will never figure anything that is happening around you out. That's why I always say the logic is not for you to work against gravity, rather for you to work with the gravities. The gravity, why the gravity is unheld is to help us. That's why human species can live freely on health. We can live, we can enjoy the beauty of health. The gravity, also the anti-gravity is right there to help us. They are all around us, they're flowing around us. But you just have to think. You have to connect with right here in order to figure this out. You have to open your subconscious mind, and you have to open it like you open up a clock. A manual clock, and you have to piece them all apart in times, in seconds, in hours, in minutes. You have to put them, reposite them together. So, as you can see right here, this is not just one E is equals to MC2 or shit. This is far far deep than that. But I will leave you guys to figure that out yourself. You see, in every new discovery in science, there's always new logic in human thinking. It's a breakthrough of new development about how this whole entire world is created. It's a species. You don't only tap into your mind, you tap into the universe. You tap, because math, right there, math is the language of the universe. It's the same language here, is the same language in any part of the world. Outside this part of the world, in other planets, it's the same. Calculations are calculations. They are not all these other area where you look in things, logics. If you know your math well, it's like if you can precisely describe the future. I'm not talking about all these algorithms, we know what. I don't need to come back to this, but I just have to shine lights where there's darkness also. When these people talking about algorithms, they are totally all false. They are manipulated algorithms. They are wrong. But I will leave you to that to figure out yourself. At this point in my life, I think I've said a lot. I'm not here anymore to make you understand what you need to know. I mean, the school is there for you. Go learn from the schools and see if you actually will know the logic behind what I'm doing. It's not in school. This is new. This is the future. Like I said, I'm the quantum man. This is quantum physics. This is quantum mechanical. This is quantum science, everything. Because this is one thing that's above all those things. Quantum nature. Human relationship with this, with the universe and with the galaxies, and also with the help. I'm having a beautiful relationship right now. I'm enjoying it, and I'm being blessed through it. I hope you out there or wherever you find your own relationship to this health. You want to really understand the real quantum physics, quantum mechanics, any form of quantums. You first have to find your roots to the health. You have to find your roots, your connection to the universe. Where are you? Where is your location in this universe? Where are you? And where is the next rotation is taking you? Where are you in the form of gravities and also anti-gravities? Those things are being taught wrong. That's why they are not constantly having you to remember it. You see, you go to school, you learn about all these things, but when you start working, then you are not working in any way that is related to all these things that you learn from schools. It's because all those things you learn from schools are not really, it's just to prepare you to be a servant, a follower, a blind sheep. A blind sheep. There's nothing wrong being a sheep, but there's something wrong. There's something wrong about being a blind one. There's always going to be sheep and shepherd in this life. There's nothing going to stop that. They're going to be sheep, they're going to be shepherd. They're going to be goats, and they're going to be goat shepherd, or whatever that is called. They're going to be a cow, they're going to be a cow shepherd too, or whatever they call them, or cow, I don't know. People that cow around. They're always going to be people that control people. That is this life. That's what the government is set for. That's what all the logic behind all the, what's it called, the law is all about. But the one law that is above all law is the law of nature, the law of humanity, the law that says I can think however I want to think, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else. I can behave however I want to behave, as long as it doesn't have any damage to anybody else. That's love, nature. That's love of humanity. But that I should be a follower, there's no law about that. There's no law that I should follow your law that you made up from your simple idea. There is no in the law that is based on the nature, and also the law that is based on humanity. The law you fabricated and made up stories, and then you set it out to people. It's not the law I should follow by law. If any law outside humanity and also outside nature should apply to anybody. Any law outside humanity law and also the nature law should apply to anybody. Only if you, and thus will be a law, you hurting someone else, your behavior is radical to all the people, or your behaviors will bring harm to the society. But you know who have those who created those laws that is more in danger to human beings the most, and who break them the most. They are the people that created them. The people that created those laws are the people that actually break those laws every single day, every single seconds in a day. They break that law. As I'm speaking, they're breaking magnitude of those laws, and they are the ones that make these laws. I decided to add 10 more to my plate to make it 30. I'm gonna keep going, and at the same time I'll keep talking to you guys and see how many I can do on those plates. See right there? Oh no. See that? I don't know if you guys can see that closely. See? this target the muzzle precisely where you want to target. And they are just, this is just beautiful. I mean, these are all me working with the diabetes around me. You see, when you mastermind the moves and the energies around you, everything is in your control. Everything is in your control. Your brain will flourish, like open up. Like your brain will open up like anything. See, there's way to build, to reward your brains or to build your brain. One of that is precisely to calculate every second, every minute, and every hour of your day. It's not reading. People will tell you, oh, he's reading, is this, is that. No, it's not reading. It's beyond that. It's more of precisely calculation. If you are able to calculate the seconds right, it will tell you about the last minute in a day or in that month. Right there tells you a lot about energy and focus. Energy, focus, and the magnitude. I mean, all these scientists that came up with some bullshit in the past. And you're listening to them without, I mean, they have very deceiving proofs. They show you all these computer made up videos talking about Big Bang theories and stuff, and all this stuff, and talking about all this calculation. But there's flaws. I mean, science is always, there's always flaw in science. There's always error in science. I mean, every science has an error in it. Because the next scientist will come and discover something that is greater than that, or something that is more modifiable than what you all be believing in from the beginning of whatever. The difference between me and most people that call themselves scientists and stuff, they have, you see them, that we have like decorated, what is it called, degrees from all these silly, silly kindergarten shit that call themselves Ivy schools, where they go to where all these rich people go to, you know, snuff their medullas away. And then they come and they tell you this is this, this is that, and you believe that. The life is far greater. The life have produced more nuclear, more everything from beginning of time. That's why there be shifts and changes in our times. That's why there'll be changes and shifts in our times. And there will keep being changes and shifts because all this is our reaction. Our reaction to the universe create a nuclear force, create nuclear energies that will react. That's why we are having all these tsunamis and all these erosions and all these mass fires and all these things that is unstoppable when they want to. Those are our connections. If we connect right, believe me, I said this before, the earth have always been innocent in our fancy games, in our silly games of war and everything that we do. The health is innocent. The mother nature is innocent, always innocent. They didn't tell you to go ahead and release all these atomic and whatever weapons into the airspace, but you keep doing this shit. And you expect to get a better result from the mother nature. And we haven't got nothing yet. We keep doing all these things. Imagine by the time the earth, the universe is going to get upset back at us. It's going to flip things around. And there's going to be a new creation. But we will still be in it, but we are just going to be modified. So there's nothing as such as says, I mean, there's always, what is it called? Prediction of the end of the world. I mean, before even I was born. Guess what? We still here. The millennium, we still here. And I will tell you this, for this, whoever is seeing this right now, another 1,000, 100,000 years, we are still going to be here. I'm living all this print. I'm living all this intellectual right print. I'm living this intellectual print everywhere because I want to be the most richest intellectual person in the whole world. And that is who I am. Right now, at my current state, I'm the richest intellectual being that is living on this realm. Richer than any king. And I will never bow for any king. All kings should bow for me. All kings and lords should bow for me. Because I am the Lord of all. I am the king that is above all kings. When you find yourself, you will find this feeling. You will find this power in you that is a force of nature, it's energy, it's fact. Let's add 10 more pounds and see if we can fly that. And as I still say, the equation behind this is the equation between life and death. It's not that life is not death, death is not life. Rather, life is death, death is life. Think about that. Let that sink in. See right there picking that up? That's a routine on its own. A lot of men my age can't do that. one thing I would say to you out there is that there's a reward. There's a reward in thinking outside this. You have to think outside this, be outside of it, and then look, open it. Open it. Like in my song. Let me squeeze down. Let me squeeze down. You open it and you squeeze back down. You open it and you squeeze back down. You just don't let it be. You just don't stay and just consume without you applying any science, any theory in there. If you are just like that, you are a blind sheep. You are just gone. Somebody one day will lead you over the edge. But when you open this once in a while, spend the time, open this once in a while, you open it, you take a look at it, you clean it up, you dust it up. This actually is even good for our old age. It keeps you away from all those degenerative diseases that affect the brains. You are multitasking. I'm right here multitasking. Sometimes I'm doing 10 things at the same time. Right here. I'm talking right now. I'm far thinking about something else. And at the same time, I'm doing what I'm doing, and you know. I got stuck here. That happens once in a while. It's the logic, is the twine between life and time. When life meets time, there's a twin. When life meets time, there's a twin. Like in that twin, it's that there's a birth. Somebody is either there's conception, or there's a birth, or there's a death. Twins tells you a lot. Oh, I can already feel this. This is it. Ah, yeah. Ooh. See, the gravity is not, is the more anti-gravity is not, it's in force. As at any time more weight, I'll be up. Like up. Like maybe probably upside down or up. Let's see. This is not all about muscles. This is all about strength and logic. Oh. See right there, that's another equation right there. You see right there, that's the balance between strength energy and force. If you notice, from few months now, I've gained 10 pounds of muscle mass. So I know what I'm doing. I'm in the phase where I'm using my body to calibrate my movement around here. I need that muscle mass. Otherwise, my tempo will take over. That's why I say this also have its own life force. It's either I'm the rider or my tempo rides me. Every knowledge and every thinking, every explanation, every mathematical formulas and everything comes from here, not from any book. The idea and the analysis of everything I bring to you every day comes from here, from my temple, not from any book. The world, scientists have proved that the world is more than billions of years old, that the universe is more than that amount of years old. But nobody can precisely say how old the universe is. Nobody knows this. The universe has infinity lifespans. And when something has infinity lifespans, the universe, we have always been here. Until one person gets to the end of the head core and tell me what they come across, I will still tell you this. There are layers of proof of us always being here under the earth crust. They are right there. We just haven't been able to discover them. We discovered just all this first layer of mineral resources, and we think that is it. There are billions of mass energy force under us. And all this force that's under us, they are regenerated part of us as a species from the beginning of the earth, from the beginning of the universe. The universe replenished himself. The way we eat, we drink, we poop, we do everything. We do this routinely, without even thinking about it. And we think the universe don't think about that. Until next time, well, when this guy opened forge, the one and the only man and God in the entire world, bring you something miraculous and something powerful from this temple, Back Compass Science Temple, PST. Stay tuned.